Hi and welcome to free Excel tutorial videos. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a function to update the cell based upon the name of the worksheet tab. So if the worksheet tab changes, uh, I want the value in the cell to change as well. Okay, so say that I will have a worksheet name called Jan over here, and I want to capture that and place it in a cell, say C1. So in order for us to capture the worksheet name, we will need to create a custom function. So to do this, we will need to do it in the Visual Basic Editor. With a custom function, we need to add a line of code, which I will give you later on, so that when the result in this cell will automatically when we have an update of the name for the worksheet. So let's take a look on our setup. I have here three worksheets in this workbook. I have Jan, February, and March. Okay, so Jan, Feb, and March. And I also have here the formula to calculate the gross profits and the formula to calculate gross profit in percentage, the formula to calculate gross profit. Okay, so what I want to do is in the cell C1, I want the cell C1 to be able to pick up the name of the worksheet, in this case, Jan. So, but if I change this to let's say January 2010, I want the cell C1 to change as well. Okay, so now let's open up the Visual Basic editor. Okay, this is the Visual Basic editor. So on the left side, we have the Project Explorer, and it's important for us to be able to see this Explorer because we will be able to see all the sheets that we are working on. Also, we will be working in a module, okay, like what you see now. And so now, as you can see, we have the codes. And this is the code that we will be using for us to create a custom function. So if you need the code, don't worry about it. Just pause the video and copy it down. And let me walk you through the code. So the function begins with the code function, and sheet name over here is the name of the function, and this is the range, and we are defining it. Okay. Uh, Range period parent period name. Okay, so the result of the function is going to be in a string. Okay, and this is the line, the additional code that I mentioned, which will help us update our cell when we change the name of the worksheet. So I'm going to delete this one for this moment. Okay, and so now as you can see, the end of the function is here. So this is another function which I will explain later on, but let's test out this function over here now. Okay, so let's go back to the worksheet and come to cell C1. And here I want to type in the function. Let's start with equals, and you can see function sheet name over here. And to provide the argument, just click on any cell in the workbook or in the worksheet, close the bracket, and you will see that C1 will capture the name of the worksheet. So let's try it on the second worksheet. Type equals sheet name, tab function autocomplete, click on any cell in the worksheet, close bracket, and hit enter. Okay, so let's come back to this worksheet over here. So say if I change the name of the worksheet to January 2010. Okay, what you notice is I have changed the name here, but the cell C1 did not update. Okay, so I'm going to change this back to January. Okay, and now let's come back to the Visual Basic editor and put back our line of code. Okay, so this code will help us update our cell C1 here automatically when we change the name of the the worksheet. Okay, so let's come over here and test it out. So remember, we already add the line, the line of code uh, to change the name of the C1 to capture the new name of the worksheet. So let's come over here and change to January 2010. Okay, as you can see, cell C1 has captured the new name of the worksheet here. And let's do the same for February. Let's change it to February 10. Okay. So you see, this is how it works. Okay, so that line, this line of code is very important. Okay, because if not, you have to come back and change the codes here manually. Okay. Okay, now let's talk about the second function. The second function is the same. Only thing that in here you see we do not need to provide an argument. Okay, and you can just copy it and use it if you want. And the name of the function is sheet name 2, and the application, this is the, I'm not going to go into this because this is good. This is how the function works, and this is the line that will help us update the cell if we make changes to the name of the worksheet. So let's come over here and test this second function. Let's go to the cell below here, type in equals sheet name 2, as you can see over here, press tab, autocomplete. And for this one, you don't have to click any cells in the worksheet. Just complete it by closing the bracket and you will have the name. Okay, so let's change this back. Let's change it to January. Okay, and you can see both of the function updated. Okay, so that is how you can use a custom function to link a cell to the name of the worksheet. Okay, now before I leave, I want to show you a dynamic update that you can use, and this update will help you capture the formulas as well as the data that you have and apply it to new worksheets that I create. So I'm going to create here 3 new worksheets. Okay, and I'm going to name it April. I'm going to name it May and June. Okay, so now I'm going to come back to the first worksheet. Okay, and I want to do is I want to group. What I want to do is I want to group the worksheet. So I click on the first worksheet and I hold down shift and click on the last worksheet. So now if you notice on the top here, we have this group. Okay, this tells us that we're working with the group. Okay, so now I want to highlight all the cells here, including the formula. All right, and I want to go to the home tab, and in the home tab we will go to fill. Okay, at the editing tab, and in this menu we will choose across worksheets, and in this case I want to fill in both the content and also the format. So let's click OK. And now I want to remove the group from that I just chose earlier. Just click on any worksheet, and there you go. So we are in the April worksheet and we have the formula. Let me just make this a little bit bigger so you can see. We have the formula for the gross profit and the gross profit in percentage. We also have the formula for the sheet name. Okay, so that is how you can use a custom function to link a cell to the worksheet name. Okay, so that's it for this training. I will see you in the next tutorial.